Innovative.
The WB Morning Show, hosted by the real Young LA and Cool Ass Cam.
Hey now, say now, it's your boy Young LA, the real Young LA. You know I'm lit like a big round this bitch, man. And I got my fam, Cool Ass Cam, with me. Talk to him, bro.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the WB Morning Show. Hope y'all ready for the wake and bake.
We on like episode 102, man. I know y'all know what to do, but if you're new here, we like to get the mood right with the chopsticks, man, and the mimosa, man. There ain't nothing but a little bit of orange juice with the champagne. Got a special guest in the house. I'm gonna let him go and introduce himself, man.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy DJ EVEREADY. Say ready, so you gotta get ready. EVEREADY ENT.
That part, man. All right. I usually start the show asking, you remember how me and you met?
Yeah, you know, shit. My bro, you know, rest in peace, Big Sir. You know, we was in the trap, and we was right there off of Vermont. We sell CDs and movies, and Sir, you know, he came down. I think he was at the barbershop. You came through, and he like introduced us in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? We was right there. That's like the first introduction. You know what I'm saying? Sir was like, this my boy. Yeah. Like, this my little bro.
Yeah, he always had been telling me about you.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, y'all should do some music or do something, fuck with each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you was in the club back then.
Yeah, that was...
What clubs was the clubs that was rocking back then, though, that you was doing this shit? You remember the names?
Man, we had a lot of clubs back then. I mean, shit, we had...
We know what clubs is going now, but I'm saying it was a whole different names back then. What was it? You remember any of them?
Man, we had Confidential.
Yeah.
We had Cosmo.
Yeah.
We had Cinespace. We had Colony.
Come on now, those some of them names I was talking about.
We had
Cam was in the club back then. You remember them things?
Emerson. We had the Highlight Room. We had
That's
Highlands.
crazy. You ain't said none of them still going. I don't remember none of them names going
Highlands.
right now.
We had
Cinespace was
Playhouse.
Yeah, I
Playhouse
had
still going.
I remember.
Yeah.
Was it not Playhouse? Well, it's off of.
Yeah, that was all the old greatest, man. That just let them know if they didn't know, man. You been out here doing this, man.
Yeah.
Nigga been tearing their ass up. Pause. See, I'm talking about. Watch out, Cam.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, I also like to say, how did you get the name EVEREADY, man? Take us back. And then after that, was that your first DJ name?
Yeah, actually, you know, my boy Craig, 3D. You know, he ride for the Deuces.
Shout out to Craig.
Craig Butler. You know, he basically was like, my name was Everett. And he was like, man, you know, it'd be a hard name, EVEREADY, because I was always like going to the studio, like up all night.
Yeah, you was already on that.
So he was like, man, you should just be EVEREADY. But that he was like, it's gonna be a hard name because you gonna have to, people gonna call you Never Ready.
You gotta be early all the time.
Early, so,
yeah,
you know,
he
like
set
today.
you up with that one on the good
like,
one though. He gave you both sides. If you ever ready, as long as you going, they gonna always look up till you leave it. But as soon as you mess one thing up, nigga gonna throw the Never Ready on you and start playing games immediately.
Exactly.
Well, shit, that was good game. Shout out to Craig, he gave it to you. But at this point right now, you always going, so they can't really hate on you. Anytime nigga make a mistake, we could talk shit and play with you. But the overall, you holding it down for being ever ready. You know what I'm talking about?
God bless, man. Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
So, how'd you get into the DJ game, bro?
I got hiccups off this shit, nigga.
That's that thing. That WV Morning Show pack and get a nigga righteous. That nigga
go right off the top. Hold on. Shit. This is why I really don't fuck with smoking with this nigga all the time.
Yeah, man.
This shit is personal, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, we got a video out right now. You can go watch the end of it. We stopped in the middle. He broke it down,
real,
man.
Like, this
go
shit
check that out on my YouTube.
This shit a lot of consumption, you know. Go just leave it that way. It's a lot of consumption, you know, you fucking around. But, man, I started DJing when I was like 16. You know, we was throwing house parties and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a little clique called Foreplay. Running around doing shit like that. And throwing all the little parties. You know what I'm saying? DJing the little parties and
all the middle schools and high schools.
Yeah,
joints.
little middle schools and shit, high school shit. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth. Like a nigga was here, came back, did a gang of little events. But like I was in Pomona in the IE doing shit.
Yeah.
And when I was like 19, we started doing like little clubs in like LA, a lot of little clubs like just around, but we didn't know what we was doing because they just let us up in there.
Yeah, just first time, figure it out.
I didn't know shit.
Sometimes nigga got to figure it out and learn as you go.
We had Hot Dollar, we had rappers and shit, you know what I'm saying? We threw big old parties and we had like, you know what I'm saying, people from West LA, people from Compton, everything.
Y'all didn't even know y'all was blowing up and going crazy. Y'all just doing it up.
Yeah, we had party buses and clothing sponsors and shit, and it just ended up turning into some, you know what I'm saying, from there, because I was always throwing little events, you know, like I was saying, I was in Pomona, we was throwing, like I had like a little warehouse, like a pawn shop.
Yeah.
And, you know, a nigga was throwing little parties in there and shit.
Yeah.
And then that shit got raided. And then, you know, I was like...
Nigga said all the nigga need was a venue. They said it's a pawn shop. Nigga move everything around and got a function. How many functions in before y'all got raided?
We was there a while.
Oh, you had to crack it for a minute.
It was,
enough
you know,
to learn the game, learn everything, understand it.
Enough to, you know what? I was young, left that motherfucker like 21, and doing that pawn shop, I just learned a lot about business, but it just put me into like doing clubs, you know. So, you know, when you met me, like I'm homeless, right? So I'm trapping.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
You
was making it look good, baby.
Trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? Trying to hustle up the bread, put it together, you know what I'm saying?
I always seen the grind inside of
Flip it, you know what I'm saying? Get the new spot.
Shout out to my boy Serve, man. He used to be on that, man. He used to be telling nigga you could get a hand as long as you don't leave with nan. You know what I'm talking about?
Make am out of that.
You know what I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just nigga was just on that. So when I was moving around and shit, hustling, just kept hustling, doing clubs and.
So y'all was hustling before you was even DJing.
That's it.
Cause nigga was selling candy. I heard you and Serve had a little candy thing going on.
6-7 years old out there
nigga
selling
already
candy,
tearing them up, learning the game.
Chocolate
nigga.
Bars.
Learn how to buy and sell, man.
You know, so.
Yeah, I was doing that too. I wasn't doing it with y'all, but I was like, that's when I knew Serve was a nigga.
Yeah, crispy crunches, all that. You know,
all that, man.
Yeah, so you know, Serve had taught little young men how to really hustle. You know, we put the hustle in a nigga and make sure that we was equipped for the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Shit is nasty out there. So as long as you got some type of program and some type of money flow, it's much easier to be able to survive and get around some of the bullshit out there. You know what I mean?
Especially being out here, you know, because that's the main thing.
You ain't got no money and no program. Nigga pick you up and how you doing anything.
You know what?
You ain't got nothing to try to help shield anything.
I say more or less than money, have a idea or focus, a vision of where you trying to go.
Because, I mean, matter of fact, now that we say that, I remember you told me about your vision, and look at you now.
Amen.
Nigga's a club owner now, man. We ain't gonna fast forward that fast though, but nigga did tell me back in the day you wanted to have some shit like that, and so it do start with the vision, man. You gotta put the hustle behind that though. But it do gotta have some type of vision.
Just the vision and the belief, and you know what I'm saying, like good support systems. You know what I'm saying.
All right, so look, I want to take them back though. You used to be out there on your Black Sam. To the people that don't know, they familiar with him selling bootleg CDs and DVDs and stuff. You was in that same grind in that same time, man.
Yeah.
When Serve was tearing the parking lot up, I remember y'all had 5 for 20 if you get enough of them, or 2 for 10 and something.
Yeah, y'all was legendary for that, right? Yeah,
3
for
10, 8 for 20.
Yeah,
you know, and I used to just put a whole bunch of G mixes together.
That's what I was about to get into. That was where you start getting innovative. Yeah. Because not only was you selling the DVDs and the mix CDs, you had your own mix CD that you would put in the mix.
Yeah.
And it was low key. I was selling the regular mix CDs that niggas thought they wanted, and the DVDs,
I
niggas
will
just start
push it.
coming for the G mix.
I will push it more.
Cause you was putting the music that didn't pop yet. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you got the CD of the music that's out right now, then you got a CD of the shit that's fit to be out.
Right.
It's out, but y'all don't know it's about to be that
Right.
shit yet.
Right.
But now you gonna know.
Right. You
start
know
getting-
this.
So how far up did you get into that G mix?
I had 161 mixes. So it was
So
like,
I ain't gonna lie, I tell y'all, we used to be in the ghetto and a nigga called me like, bro, you going crazy right now. And I'm like, what you mean? He said, nigga, I just bought a mix CD from a nigga off the corner and nigga, your song on here. And I'm like, this nigga Ev is hard. Cause on the reverse side, people looking at it like, oh, this nigga tearing the streets up.
yeah.
And I knowing the whole time you telling me, hey, I like this song right here. I'm gonna throw it on my mix.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good looking, but I'm not knowing you really tearing the streets up to the point where this is actually like a circle.
Right.
Where the people in the streets is getting it before they even understanding why. Yeah, they don't
Right.
even know I know you.
Right.
They just knowing I got a mix CD and this your song on here.
And
So
some hot shit, you know.
was
We
going crazy.
blended with the, but that's the thing with the mixes is like, I guess I did the mixes because like that's like you know, that's something I used to do with my pop. So you know, if you ever listen to the mixes, I always told a story. Like I always would have the mix like
you still do it to this day.
the
When
song.
before the shit started, you just played us a good
Yeah,
mix.
you know,
This nigga
so-
still holding it down.
So the mixes that I would do with y'all. Just
Pops was a
would be-
DJ?
He was a sound technician.
Got you.
So he just
Yeah,
like,
that's another
he'll
thing
do
people
all
don't
this
know you
shit.
do. They just think you DJ. They don't know you'll bring all the speakers. You know how to hook it all up so it work now without you being here and shit.
Well, you got to see us when we went to Jamaica.
I did.
So yeah, that's something else that I was gonna ask too. Like, you DJ'd out of the country, you know, like what's some of the places?
And I start calling
that
this
you
nigga
went to?
International F. Now he done went so many places. At first it was cute, like, oh, this nigga gone. He came back. Oh, what's up? You back? And then you was gone. Well, I'm like, damn. You ain't called a nigga, right? You out there having all that fun. They checked in with nobody out here. You better call. Then we start FaceTiming and fucking around. But I'm like, this nigga been gone
I
for
think we just
some
manifested it
months.
more. You know, it was just a more manifestation. And
No, but he want to hear some of the cities. Don't try to be humble right now. We on there
Okay,
live,
well,
and we
I-
actually. I know, like if you just walk up popping, it be like, oh, this nigga.
Yeah.
But no, my nigga said, go on and tell us some of
Well,
the
you
different
know,
places, man. Don't
like-
be humble now. Take your time. We ain't in no
shout
rush.
out to the support again. But you know, I got hooked up with KOD out of Atlanta. You know, which is Akinelli. And you know, I've been rocking with him for a long while. So you know, they had a project to where they needed, you know, multiple clubs around the world set up.
Oh, sure.
Right. So they started off with, you know, a club in the Dominican Republic. It was in Sosua where we had to like go outfit the
KOD
club.
DR.
KOD, yeah,
And the
DR.
cold part, my homie was out of town. Just so happened, I'm telling them to go to the club, and they ran into each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Ev going crazy. He called me. That nigga Ev going crazy out here. So I told you, nigga.
So, and that's the truth. You know, he actually called me like, man, this is my boy out there in the DR right now. And I'm at the resort. I'm like, tell him this is where we at. They pulled up. So that's a fact. Like, so he had reach. I ain't gonna lie. He still supported
Yeah.
from LA. He had niggas was out there
Yeah.
in my area. So, and I wasn't in the area that, it wasn't like we was in Punta Cana. Sosua is a little bit, you got to drive about 2 hours into Sosua. So, like, for him to be over there is like, okay,
Come
you
on,
know.
man.
But it was a black
You
oasis.
tell a nigga KOD in the DR and the homie is DJing
Yeah.
2
yeah,
hours from here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's going up.
Fuck you,
so.
man. Yeah, so that's hard though because like I said, before I even got to go to Jamaica with you, I was already hearing how you was throwing it up. You was showing me different shit. And like I said, I didn't see you where you said shit, you got booked for one job and somebody come in there and see you and they get you booked at another club and you like, I'm doing 3 clubs out here.
Yeah.
They don't want me to come back. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that happened in Spain. They was
Yeah.
basically wanting me to stay. You know, they asked if we could just basically do the whole summer. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Which, you know, they like, hey, we just pay you this amount for the month. And, you know, hey, we just got you. And, you know,
Yeah,
just
you
do
got
the club.
people cooking and driving. It's
So-
really like you might be not want to come home, but at
yeah.
the same time, I feel like you got homesick after a while.
I think
You was having
for
too
me,
much
I
fun
love
for
America.
3 months straight.
I love
Nigga
America.
just ready to come home and be regular for a little while.
I think we all come from something that we missed, and
Mm-hmm.
I think this culture that we got here is just only here, and you gonna miss being home after a while. You know, like
Was it that kush you was missing?
I think so. I think so. I think Cali, honestly, to be honest with y'all, Cali is its own little island, man. We live in a beautiful place, so it's like, you know, you can go a lot of places, but you know,
ain't nothing like home.
Ain't nothing like home, man.
Yeah. So when we was in Jamaica, we stayed on a resort. You stayed in your Airbnb.
Yeah.
So we thought we was going crazy over there with all the unlimited shit. As soon as we put up and seen you with the gate and all. So this you right here? You like, yeah, it's like 3 stories. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? This nigga going crazy. But yeah, that was only because of the grind. They supported you. You was in there not only hooking up to all the music, you was DJing all night. It was 3 floors, a different dance floor, so you had to run the speakers through all that shit, lights, all kind of shit. So it was a process you was doing, you know, before they even. Niggas think the club start at 10 o'clock. Nigga, you was in that bitch 10 a.m. for a few days.
Yeah.
To get that shit to where it can be open for 10 p.m. So
yeah.
As soon as we landed, we was on the little Jamaican taxi driving, and we heard the nigga name who was gonna be at the club.
Yeah.
Shout out the whole club and all that. So I got all the footage, but yeah, I was like, yeah, this shit going crazy.
Yeah.
Niggas on the down there on the radio in Jamaica right now.
That was a good experience to be out there with the boys. You know what I'm saying? Going to Jamaica and shit. So I mean, I'm glad that we did get to share that time. It was.
Yeah,
fun.
I got to perform Pressure one time when they asked. They was vibing with me.
Yes, sir.
It was like when you perform with nobody know you and they looking at you and they was okay for sure.
Yeah.
So by the time I'm like, I gotta come up with some of that reggaeton, little Jamaican vibe for them to really just lock in and keep going.
Yeah.
After you hearing the type of music that you play in the club, because you got a whole nother playlist. That's another thing niggas don't know. You in Jamaican playing all kind of reggaeton shit and Jamaican vibes and all that.
Yeah.
You ain't even got nobody. You was in that type of bag.
Yeah.
Then when you in Spain, you playing like top 100 music.
Yeah.
When you in the ghetto, you playing up and coming,
Right.
booty shaking shit in the stripper club, all kind of shit. So yeah, tell me how you switch all these different playlists and maintain all that.
Man, I just got a real appreciation for music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess I was told to kind of go digital back, you know, like, man, you need to push these buttons and figure out how that shit work. And
everybody was told, you just really start doing it early.
Yeah, so I was wanting to focus on the music, like, you know, like when we do music and you playing music and you're a musician, I try to look at the DJ part as like this, you know, let me look at the musician part, like, you know, so you don't get stuck in a box. Like, yeah. I'm a musician like anybody else. I'm gonna play this top 40, you know. Like when I went to Spain, that was a big learning experience, because I went out there thinking that I knew the music and shit. Once I got there, I realized, okay, I didn't.
What you thought it was is what it wasn't, but you kind of knew how to audible after a while.
Yeah.
But just on the first landing, you thought it was going to be a certain way and it was a different.
I think the experience was having to learn the culture no matter where you go. So, like, you want to get there early.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get there early so you can really, like, feel the vibe. Yeah. See how they vibe and see how they talking. Yeah. You know, see, like, really get the, like, okay, they might like Lil Baby.
Yeah.
But you ain't really, you can't really feel the vibe because you just trying to jump in some shit.
Yeah, I get you. So you got to go see the opening DJ set and all that.
Nah, more than just the city.
Oh, you talking about just go through the town and see what they playing out in the world?
Like this, you know, the
taxi driver. What you hear, what vibes you catch.
The little chick, she might be in the car next
so you
to
talking about the whole culture, really.
Yeah,
you
the
just
culture,
to go feel the culture
the
one
vibe.
time.
Yeah. So when I get in the club, I might throw something that the taxi driver told me, hey, if you play this, they gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so
what?
When you got back to the States, was it easy to translate that? Did it help you? Did it make it better out here for you, or was it like what the transition back coming from there? What was the big difference? Just leaving there, coming back to LA?
Elevation is just, I think we just elevate. You just keep like it's like martial arts.
Yeah.
You just trying to
sharpen black belt. You say I'm already a black belt, but I'm just gonna get the
sharpen
triple
your
black
tool
belt. Yeah.
And, you know, make better blends.
Yeah.
And, you know, critique your music. Like, you know me, I be making, I make a lot of stuff, but I don't even put it out because, like, I'm so, like, critiqued. So I'll be like, okay, no, that ain't cool. But I just sharpening your tool because it's, like, more of a passion. Like,
I got a good question for you. What's some artists that niggas know out here that still get played out there? Cause as we get further, people play you in LA. When you make it to the Midwest, they don't know you. People might play you LA and Midwest. Way out there. What artists is getting played out there that they still know like is out here?
Say like what city? Like
if you when you out the country.
Spain, okay.
So you saying it's different ones in different parts. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So when you say you in Spain, what artists that we know that you can still play and they still fit right on in?
Spain, you can play Cali Swag District.
Oh yeah, teach me how to Dougie.
You can play some Fanatics.
That's what's up. Shout out to
Don't
them.
Drop the da-dun-da-dun.
Yeah, shout out to the homies.
You can play some Kendrick.
Yeah. Which album? You going old school or they ready for the
not
new?
Like us.
They ready for it right now. Yeah.
Like basically once things went viral, I ain't gonna lie, dropped that Chef Boy.
Gang going crazy out
had
there.
Them motherfuckers in there
That's
going
right.
crazy.
International.
Yeah. I'm saying okay, cause they want to do the dance shit.
They want to do the TikTok.
Shout out to bro, he did that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think a lot of times, what happens in the city is that it doesn't really translate to out of town because they not realizing like what people really want, and they want the culture, right? Yeah. If the song gives you culture, then they will embrace it because they embracing the culture, right? Because they really follow the culture, right? Yeah. So like you can't really move a group of people without knowing like how to influence them through their actual culture, So that's why I like to go to the clubs and really like feel it. So that way it's like, okay, I know what they like, and not even that, just so I know how to make them feel me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna put some LA shit in there.
You done brought a lot of big artists to LA. You done booked a lot of artists that's coming up and get them going in shows. Name some of the artists you didn't work with, when you've been doing your promotion shit.
I mean, shit, we work with kind of everybody.
Man, don't be humble, man.
Not humble. I'm not humble,
man.
But okay. So like we
pop it. Let's hear it, man. I ask you. If you just walk in and say it and nobody asks you, then like, this nigga tripping. But when a nigga on the show and the toast asks you,
me and you,
I know me and you is together.
So look,
I'm not me right now. I'm the host at the WB. Not the rapper.
I've done a lot of artists, bro. So I just look at it like, majority of the artists in the industry, I've put together events, put together shows from Moneybag to Nip to Finesse to
Finesse 2 times,
RJ to Blue Vandross, PNB Rock, Too Short, E40, Sugar Free, Roddy Rich, Asia.
Yeah, I remember
had Blast when he first came out. I was
TIU
with.
I remember when
YG when he first
when
did
COVID happened and everything shut down.
Yeah,
you turned it up right around that time.
Yeah.
How was it like knowing that all the big clubs and the whole shit was switching? How was it for you? Easy for you to just translate?
Honestly, remember I left out of state and I went to Florida. Mm-hmm. And that's when I went to Florida to go catch a vibe.
What's my boy that passed away? You flew out there and went to the funeral.
My boy Legend, but he was in Atlanta.
Okay, so
rest in peace, big Legend.
But still RIP to your boy.
But I was in Florida catching a vibe. We went to Atlanta to do the little shows because those were the places that wasn't unlocked. Like they wasn't locked, so I was out there doing parties and shit.
Right.
Them niggas was out there wilding, you know what I'm saying, all dirty and all them. We was in Atlanta and shit going crazy, and it was like COVID didn't exist because it was
certain
out
spots,
there.
It was open.
It was open, wide open.
Got
like
you. So with that energy, that's why you came back and was like, okay, I'm gonna run it.
Came back and we did the Migos.
Yeah.
So when
before
we did the Migos,
Offset passed away.
Yeah, before we got Offset. Take off.
Offset, goddamn. So I said shout out to Offset. My bad. Wrong. Yeah,
take off. Yeah, but we did Migos.
That's my nigga though. So we
did the Migos, and from Migos, you know what I'm saying, we started just running different plays. We was working with Diamond, and I came in and put kind of like the streets effect to it, where I was getting different people together, and you know, we was kind of like maxing them nights out. You know, I did my own night, you know what I'm saying, turned the Tuesday up, and yeah, we had, you know, everybody in there, ESTG, Moneybag Yo, shit, I had Yo Gotti, you know, shit, I didn't have
a white party with the Yo Gotti went crazy.
We didn't had, so we didn't work with like pretty much everybody in the industry. So,
and then after the shit opened back up, you opened your own club.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Well, I was working at Deja Vu after that, so there was a period where, you know, COVID was like 21, 22, and then you know, we was working for Deja Vu, and we was bringing them a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, so at that time, when we did the Deja Vu, we had brought them over $250,000.
Okay.
Right. So, you know, I had made quite a bit.
Oh yeah, hello.
So, but
niggas,
it was
tables wasn't going for COVID. It was a different. It was I tell a nigga that was a simulated reality.
Yeah.
Tables $10K.
Yeah.
I remember we got one of them tables. Everybody got to throw 1,000.
Yeah.
And nigga tables 5,000. It was
crazy prices back then.
Yeah, the world was different back then. Now, nigga, 500, you up right now.
Right, you know.
Hold on to that little old 5,
man,
baby.
Please, amen. But we was, you know, it was a crazy time. We was making crazy money, and the club made a lot of money, and it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We was getting ready to come back, and they had a deal to where they was getting ready to sell it to Snoop.
Yeah.
Because, you know, pretty much off what
off the dribble. They seeing was going crazy, not knowing it was really attached to the boy.
Yeah. So that ended up getting released. They called me New Year's Eve, really, like, hey, you know, we got a deal coming in. It's a high deal, and you know, we appreciate everything you did, but shit, we gotta terminate. So I'm like, you know what?
Gotta respect it.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, but it's New Year's Eve though. So,
no, it's a hell of a play.
You know,
but for their growth, it meant for that. So it's like out of that, you gotta respect it. But sometimes I realize niggas just be a name on the paper.
Yeah,
you could tell when a nigga call you on New Year's Eve and tell you it's a rap.
Yeah,
like damn,
and for them, Deja Vu, they a chain, you know.
Yeah.
So you think about just being a chain in the industry that they in,
right?
You know, they got so many other locations in California, you know, like
right.
Yeah, they can open and close pretty much whenever they want.
Right, man. So that's when they.
Well, guess what? They can't do that at your spot though.
Nah. So that's what happened. Instead of me going back into like, you know, I did.
He was like, I'd never let a nigga do me like that.
You know, it was more just time to be honest with y'all. You know, we put a lot of money as African Americans, as coloreds, as Latinos. We put a lot of money into, you know, the pockets of these owners. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, a lot of the times when they're there, they don't want you there. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to get your money, but reality, as soon as it says it's time to go, they're going to get the rest of you out with no care, no love.
I done brought people to the club, you know. They called me back in the room, got the cameras going, show me on camera. You see this, you see that, you know, like.
Yeah, that's when we was getting towards the end, because he came up and said, hey, man, you got to put your weed up.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm like, in the club? And it was like, yeah, they just pointed you out on camera like they know it's. And in my head,
yeah, they
like,
pointed him out. They pointed the nigga out. Okay, so like we talking real shit. Like, so we in the club. Look, I got a lot of shit going on. Bruh's going up, they doing their thing. You know, Young, he like a VIP member. He do his shit. He go in there, do his thing. He got his weed, whatever.
But they know that's your boy.
They know that's my boy. So, but now they know it's my boy because he come and support. You feel me? So they call me in the office like, hey, you know, come look at this. You see this? Yeah, they're just smoking it up. And I'm like, damn, like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, you know, we done made so much money all week. A slow week, a whatever week turns into all of this as a person that then brought in, you know, you doing 40,000, 50,000 a week. Y'all doing 200,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? You doing 1.6 million a year. You doing real numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all treating this shit like black dollars don't matter. So going back into Hollywood is like that's the same effect. Like, you know, you got all these people that have been working for years and their money goes to these club owners that really don't want you there.
Well, not even just that, man. Like let me tell you this. So I had a buddy that he was a manager at that same Deja Vu a couple years, before COVID. And they had his birthday party there. And somebody decided to design a flyer and put Stacey Dash on the flyer. So she went back and sued Deja Vu. Deja Vu needed a scapegoat. So since it was his birthday party, he didn't have nothing to do with the flyer. They said, "Oh yeah, it's your birthday. You the one that gotta go."
Yeah, they didn't been Deja Vu been sued plenty of times, but getting to what we doing with the bread is our situation is like this. So many of us bring that money in, we spend that $500 bottles, and we do that, and it just goes into the pockets where they'll tell you in a meeting, make sure you bring the good people. I don't know what that really means to people, but when they tell you, like, you know what I'm saying, you not me, and you say bring the good people, I mean, you know what I'm saying, like,
you hinting, you nudging that.
So hey, just
little undercover racism.
We had did Hollywood for a long time. I do a lot of clubs.
Well, even classism. Actually, we don't even want to say racism.
Yeah, classism.
They don't mind. Yeah, they don't mind that you bring whatever type of people. Just bring the ones with the money though.
The ones that's gonna spend money, but also respect the rules. And if they got a rule, like you say, like a no smoking policy or whatever it is, they gonna consider that to be the good
the rules are all about.
No, it's more like this. You can't smoke unless you got a section.
Yeah, yes, you spending that money.
Yeah.
If you spending that money, then you can.
You paid
do
to
what
smoke.
you did, what you do.
Or you might have to, yeah.
You do that money, but that's the whole thing. Is like having Kiros and having the business was more or less just, not having to. If somebody wanted to throw a show or have an event, I don't have to, go through the red tape of getting a nonprofit to back them because they don't look so favorable. You see what I'm saying?
You're in control of that now.
Yeah, because a lot of times I would pull these shows off with a lot of these artists, and they weren't desirable looks, and I have to go get, do a lot of backlog work, to show them that the show is not going to be a violent situation, and just a lot of judgment goes into shit.
Sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that. We didn't talk about it where he like, you damn near need to come here and talk to these people because they looking at it and don't understand. Our shit damn near fit to be like a reggae event, just everybody in there getting high and chilling, but on paper they looking like, oh man, what is this and who is that? And sometimes you got to show them. But shit, I didn't even pay the whole event out. Don't even trip. Here you go right here.
Yeah. We
ain't got to do half now, half later. Y'all just chill and let us do with us. Cause at that point, they understand shit. You know what I mean?
So, yeah,
Press that fast forward button. Yeah, going in the meetings. That's what niggas don't know that you know how to do either.
Yeah.
They just be thinking you just go in there with some money and tell them a plan and it work. Nah, you got to go in there with paperwork.
Yeah.
I done seen you up drafting shit up.
Yeah.
Going over your website and redoing your newsletter and all kind of shit, doing press runs and PR shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
They don't know nothing about all them back ends and getting your credit together and shit like
just
that.
Just doing
man.
the office and just, keeping the business part because we know that's what we do. We got a business.
Did somebody lock the door?
So if you was to be the podcaster right now and you was to ask me and Cam a question, what would it be?
I would say,
you can ask a separate question if you want to too.
Like getting into Cam, what brought you into young music?
So we had a mutual friend, Finesse, and they had a group at the time, like way back in at the time I was doing music as well.
Okay.
And I ended up running into them at a show at the Knitting Factory in Hollywood.
Okay, so this is a while ago.
This was like years ago, and
that's
my
one
boy,
of them other club names where you know as soon as you hear it.
Factory,
back in the day,
yeah, they was performing, they was doing the show. I can't remember. I want to say we performed too. That's the only reason I could have been there.
I think it was the Smoker Club. We opened up at the Smoker Club or something like that. I think there might have been some shit to that extent.
But ended up seeing my boy Finesse in passing. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here with my bro Young," and introduced us. And I watched them perform. I think y'all had 2 records y'all performed that day.
Yeah.
Live, and that was my first introduction.
Okay.
But then fast forward, we end up running into each other in Long Beach at another club, just me and him on some shit, and end up getting cool, you know.
Okay.
So just as time progressed, we started making music together, start performing and shit like that. So really, I think that's what it was. It was just more of the friendship, you know, and like we all already had a common goal. Both of us was making music. We was both rapping, you know.
Right.
Yeah, one time Cam was with me. We like how a nigga be matching with different artists, and we be going out all the time.
Okay.
Cam was in the mix. He used to be doing the shows together and all that. I did probably at least 10 shows with Cam, big shows.
Okay.
Got all
Key
YouTube
Club,
videos
I opened up
yeah.
with G Malone. Cam used to be like a Larry June. You could look at him and see it. He used to be talking about, you know what I'm talking about? He said he got a line. He start off right and he said, "Nigga popping bottles with my beach house bitches." Papa, that was his little style. So if he would have kept rapping, he would have fell in that little zone somewhere. But that nigga always had that smooth little laid back flow. But yeah, we used to be mashing together though.
Okay.
When I re-met him, we was at a club and I was trying to smoke in the club. They was tripping. I went and locked the bathroom. He tried to come in and use the bathroom. I tried to fake like I was doing something. And he realized it like, nigga, I see you trying to smoke. Let me blow one with you. I left my shit. We locked the door and blew it down. So that's how I re-met that nigga, blowing the smoke, blowing it down in the bathroom.
Going crazy.
Fuck this security alone. But they was tripping. Nigga telling you can't. All right, don't worry about nothing. Got a trick for you. So I used to be doing all kind of bullshit back in the beginning.
Okay.
Now it's being niggas know you can't do shit like that. They be like, this nigga Young LA tripping, and they know you. Back then, they didn't know me like that. Nigga, I'm doing whatever I want to. Shit
Right.
Can't do what? Don't even trip. Nigga in there, lock the door.
Here I am. I just joined in.
Jump right in.
In the right place at the right time.
How many shows you think we done did?
Together? If we did at least 10 shows a year, we done did the shows at least 5 to 10 years. So anywhere between 50 to 100 for sure. And then clubs, probably at least 50 to 100 on both ends. So shows like actually performing at a concert, not in the club. Cause you know that's both performers, but I'm separating when you like at a club concert where niggas just came to see niggas perform,
right? And
then being at a club where they play your music and pass you the mic, you perform. So we did like 50 to 100 at a real concert venue, and did like 50 to 100 for show. In the middle of the club or the strip club or whatever we hosting, pass the mic and stand on the right there and do it up. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, nigga didn't put a nigga in some good places and
good little
for
places.
Sure, good promoters where they see a nigga in motion that they, hey man, let me get you over. You know what I mean? So
what was your experience at the Roxy?
The Roxy, we did Roxy several times. So you want to give them all of them, or
I would say
one?
the Never Not Working, because that was like the one that was popping.
Okay, so the Never Not Working tour is the one I was talking about, where we was actually at the table with them people, and they was put all the papers together, and they was still looking at us like, now you got to get a certain type of insurance, and you don't want you to smoke, and if you make it 18 or over, you can't smoke because it's kids. So I'm telling them I'll do it 21 and over. We'll get whatever insurance. We could pay the whole shit up now to make sure it all works. So that was one thing we did because it was a fight in the beginning, you know what I mean?
Right.
So after we got all the paperwork in it, we got the date, it was heaven. That was tight to me because that was one of the things like I always wanted to do on the checklist. I feel like every rapper do, where you get your name on that placard outside. So when we walked up, we had to make sure your name was on there too.
Like I was
DJ
independent.
EVEREADY, the real
I came
young
to that
LA.
show. I remember.
Yeah, so that was actually
that's a bigger
also
deal,
our
'cause
own
it's independent.
Yeah, our own fan base. You know what I mean? So we had our own openers. That's how I met Smooth Lee. We brought Smooth Lee out to one of the Roxy shows.
What people don't know is that usually you have to, like how Live Nation has it, they have agents, right? So you have to go through these agents to get the venue, right?
Yeah, you like an agent, but
so we was able to
authorized agent
direct without the agent, right? Which we do have. Which I'm able to have. I do have.
And you know, on some real shit though, I didn't see
You're the agent.
I didn't see
In that sense, you're the agent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying for sure. And on the same sense, I done seen other people post that they got shows at certain venues, and then they post, "Hey man, it didn't work out so well. We gotta do another show somewhere. It's gonna be a free," you know what I mean? Because it's not so easy to fill that
The
up.
agent didn't handle their business
And like I said,
properly.
when you pay it up, you already let them know I'll handle the back end. I'll get the money back. But when you leave it raw, they looking at ticket sales like, nah, this ain't gonna work
Main
out.
artists. There's been artists on majors. That's why I was saying this was independent, because what's happening is majority of things that you see are not through independent artists. They through artists that have like the label deal, so the label is actually backing them and
Doing the
putting up the
promotion
money, and the
yeah.
money that they make goes back to the label.
Yeah.
Doesn't go to the artist, you know. So the thing is that we were independent, so we actually were able to go in direct and doing these shows. So it's an independent factor that's there outside of that, you know. So, but like a lot of times, that's why you kind of see the same artists doing
still
the same
too. So
thing.
now you lock in the whole show, you get your whole showdown, and somebody still got to be outside promoting and selling tickets and doing all that. So we already do all that, so it look like it's one big old motion, but it ain't so easy. On the other side. So reverse, right after that, we came back and did the DJ EVEREADY tour. And you brought a gang of different artists, and I remember my boy Slim 400 was on that show.
Rest in peace. That turned into
so that was
one of those situations.
He came out and did this shit. He had that hit. That song, I always like how he flipped that one like a essay track. He flipped it into like a beer song or some type of song. I can't think of it off top, but that motherfucker go crazy. I still slap that motherfucker. But yeah, R.I.P. Slim 4.
R.I.P. bro. Yeah.
So yeah, we did it right back again, and another sold out crazy one again, independent. Like I said, you know what I mean. So shit, it was fun. I always enjoy doing those. You know what I mean. I tried to do it like once a year, throw my own birthday show or some type of show or a 419 or some type of to extent, you know what I mean? But I got so many homies that own clubs and promote. I don't try to let me do once a month if y'all niggas already going. I just jump
every
on
day,
in. You know,
that's the truth.
So if it ain't with y'all shit, it's my other partner shit, they partner, you know what I mean? Niggas standing in the mix like Power 106.
That part, you know, just getting it going. So
if you was on the island by yourself, what would be the if you had 3 artists or 3 albums you could play, what would it be?
Man, I have to go May's Greatest Hits.
Frankie Beverly.
Yeah, right.
I feel that.
May's Greatest Hits.
That way.
Probably one of my mixes. I probably make like a mix, like a 10-hour mix with like maybe like
trying to cheat. No,
you didn't give me the rule.
3 artists or 3 albums. I said
that's an album. I'm an artist and I'm putting the album
mix
together. Okay.
All right, we're gonna let you cheat then. One of your mixes, because you DJ EVEREADY, fucking like 10-hour-long mix
with
that
everything.
You made,
you know, because it's the end of the world, right?
G Infinity mix.
Yeah,
and then what's the third
mix.
one, man?
Exactly, the G Infinity mix.
Infinity,
that would be it.
You don't need no more. You just need 2. Greatest maze, baby.
And the G Infinity. And that's it.
And he ready.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, but. Yeah, that would be it.
That was a good answer. I liked it that way though. He cheated for sure. Yeah, but that's part of his brand, so we gotta let you get it off.
A G Infinity mix for sure. Yeah, that would be like that's actually a good thing. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
That part.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you, man. You got anything else you want to tell these folks before you get out of here, man? Look at the camera and tell us something, man.
Come out to Kiro's.
That part.
137 East 3rd Street.
Hello.
Los Angeles,
Arts
California.
District.
In the Arts District. Come get you
got
some
his
chicken.
parking lot right across the street. You tell them what you say. I'm going to tell them the ghetto shit they need to hear.
We got free parking right across the street. We got good chicken. We sell smoothies, good drinks. Come on out.
Good ratio.
Good
for
ratio.
the niggas in the back.
And I'll turn the air conditioner on.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Security.
We have security.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yes, sir. We have nice women.
You hear me?
So, yeah, come on out. You know, if you need to rent.
After hours.
Yeah, you know, we don't even. It's good.
It's good. You even got to say too much. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, just come on out, get that chicken.
We're going to advertise the chicken.
Yeah, we're going to
advertise
love
that chicken from EVEREADY.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That part, man. Cam, man, before we go, man, you know how you do it. You know what I'm talking about? You jump behind that wheel and do a U-turn with one finger, man.
One finger.
One finger, man. Pause. He made the crowd crazy now.
Tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and the WB Morning Show. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture.
Man, you like 100, 400 plus now.
102.
What's your shit, loved one?
EVEREADY ENT. That's EVEREADY ENT.com. and come holler at me, you know, DJ EVEREADY.
What you got coming up next? What they gonna see you out here, out the country? What's going on, man?
You know, we got events all the time at Kiros downtown in Arts District, and I got an event. It's a festival. It's in Columbia, September 18th to the 22nd. My boy Andy, you know, he's putting it on. He's with the partners of Infinity Club in Punta Cana.
I'm gonna have to miss this one, man. But
Man,
I'm gonna FaceTime you. I'm gonna FaceTime you. Put it on your story. You know how you do.
You can't
you make sure the ghetto's there with you, man. You come back with enough pictures and videos.
Yeah, this one's gonna
you
be
slide
one.
through and show us shit. So I mean, for me seeing you go to Jamaica before and then going with you, I'm like, okay, he was showing us enough. I kind of seen some of the stuff. I felt it already.
Flow
but being
Festival.
there is different. But yeah, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
nigga
gonna be
said
on,
Columbia, man.
Flow Festival. So
Yeah.
I
I always tell people like this too. Any upcoming artists you looking to do you a show, you know what I mean? Tap in with EVEREADY. People ask me, oh, who can get shows? Who you know? Tap in with EVEREADY. You know what I'm talking about? You got a gang of stuff you can tap in with EVEREADY with. You ain't got to hit me, man. You hit EVEREADY.
And just to clarify for y'all,
yeah.
I do independent shows for y'all.
Yeah.
So what that means is you got somebody that believes in you, that's gonna put your face on the front of the flyer, that's gonna make you into a star, make you
as big as you are,
as big as you wanna be.
That part,
you know, and it's as big as you can take it and make it.
Yes, sir.
So if the results ain't what you looking for, that's because you ain't put the work in, because we pushing you,
giving you the platform,
you know. So I can go book any artist and it's gonna do this and do that. So when it come to you, just know we supporting the independent artists out there. We trying to help them get to the next stage, and you know we did that with a lot of different ones, and hopefully
hey,
more.
Man, before I go, what he's trying to tell you is you only go as far as you gonna push yourself, man. You be thinking that you're tight and you dress real good and the bitches like you, that it's just gonna make the business go crazy. No, it's about selling them tables and bottles and get people to buy food and selling some tickets at the door and stuff. That's what make a nigga want to rebook you, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Or selling
Good
your product.
business. Selling your product.
You know,
Okay.
you might come with your own, you know, like, you know, you had that product, you sold that $100 product, you know, sold out, and it made you money, you know?
Yeah.
But it's how do you monetize, and I'll be speaking to artists about this, how do you monetize your products
That part.
to make yourself
People might want to support you. You just ain't giving them nothing to support
sell,
with.
nothing
You know
to
what I mean?
buy. Yeah.
That's it, man. You hear me? So we appreciate you pulling up, man. My nigga DJ EVEREADY.
My boy.
You could have been anywhere in the world right now, man. I say that all the time, but I really mean it.
Come on, I
You know what I'm
appreciate
talking
you,
about?
man. You know, I pulled up. You
My
already know.
God, Cam, man, we out of here, man.
103
episodes?
102.
102, man. We on our way, man. Y'all stay tapped in for the win. Hello.
Waking up, sunshine beams through the blinds. Young LA and cool ass Cam on the grind. 10 a.m. hits, I'm tuning in for the fine. Spotify or YouTube, blowing up your mind. WB Morning Show, that's the spot. Fresh episodes every Monday, they hot. West Coast vibes, never miss a shot. Eating up the screen, they serving the plot. Look, hit that subscribe, punch that bell. New content dropping, can't you tell? Last for days, stories to swell. Morning shots, we under the spell.
Innovative.